In Mosh, Magic, and Muscles, Mosh is fighting someone who is kind of an enemy, kind of a bad guy. He might be an okay guy, but he's done some things that are questionable. Mosh fights him, wins, and at the end of the fight, Mosh turns to him and goes, hey, next time we should hang out and, eat cream puffs. Today on Geek Devotions, we're talking about how you should treat your enemies. Hello and welcome to Geek Devotions, the show from devoted geeks who are devoted to letting people know that they are loved. I'm Celeste, and we are so glad that you have hit play today. Do us a favor, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, all the things, share out the devotion. Also, just so you know, we are in the middle of our 40-hour live stream, at least when this airs. We aren't right now, obviously, because I'm filming this. But if you go over to our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Geek Devotions, took me a second, you'll find somebody there streaming, and we are streaming to raise money for our 501c3. And so go check it out. There should be stuff. We have podcasts coming out. Check out all of our things, but let's get into the devotion. Like we said in the intro, Mosh has a unique way of dealing with things. Not only does he not have magic in a magical world, and he's in a magical school trying to survive, he's very calm and positive with them. He's very just, hey, you shouldn't do that. Hey, this is a bad idea. We just watched another episode before I recorded this, and he legitimately goes, hey, that's dangerous. You shouldn't do that. But ultimately, what makes him different is he cares about the other people, even though they are fighting him, even though they're keeping him from what he wants, even though they're technically his enemies. Now, at the end of the fight with the guy who he invited to have cream puffs with him, he says something to the effect of, it doesn't really matter what you do, I still think we can be friends. And this made me think of Luke 6:27-29. But I say to you who hear, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who abuse you. To one who strikes you on the cheek, offer the other also, and from one who takes away your cloak, do not withhold your tunic either. Jesus is telling the crowd, and by proxy us, that we need to love people who hate us, who don't like us, people who do terrible things. We need to care about them. We don't need to stay in situations of abuse, but it says it in the version, pray for those who abuse you. You can pray for somebody who has abused you without putting yourself back in the situation to be abused. Just want to clear that out because I have heard this verse used in weird ways out of context, and we don't want to do that here. We want everything to be in context. Sometimes loving your enemies is praying from them from afar. Sometimes it's smiling at them even when they're yelling at you. Sometimes it could be any number of things, guys. Sometimes people are just having a bad day and they need the love of Christ, and they're not going to get it anywhere but from you, because you are the one who is in the situation. You are the one who is there, who already has the love of Christ. A few weeks ago, I was listening to someone speak, a friend of mine, and he was struggling with forgiving someone. In his past, he had been struggling with forgiving someone, and he got to the point where he went, God, I need you to show me how you see them, because how I see them is not good at all. So show me how you see them. And he prayed that every day. And eventually he was able to forgive this person who had done some terrible things. And that was freeing to him. But also he is now able to be in that person's life with guardrails up and show them the love of God. When you start to pray, God, show me how you see this person, about someone you don't like, it will change your world, because God doesn't see an angry person in the grocery store. God doesn't see somebody who really, really hates you. God sees his creation. And that's honestly how we should look at people. So I would challenge you this week. Start praying for people that have hurt you, people that need forgiveness, maybe just the person who's backing up incorrectly or going the wrong way down the street or whatever it is for you that they have put themselves against you, even if they're not necessarily enemies, but just the giving the grace. Start praying that. God, show me how you see them. And it will change your perspective and potentially your life. Okay, guys, that was your devotion for the week. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Also Twitch, because we're still live until 8 p.m. Saturday, tomorrow night, Central Standard Time, July 8th, 9th? What is today? I don't know. It will be the 8th. July 8th. So if you're watching this after July 8th, I'm sorry you've missed it. We probably have some fun clips from it. So go check us out. We're still on Twitch. We may not be live at the time of the viewing if you're watching this after 8 p.m. on the 8th. Okay, well, it is now time for the question of the week. Question of the week is this: do you enjoy ridiculous shows? I legitimately do. Sometimes I have a special place in my heart for ridiculous shows, and Mosh is definitely a ridiculous show. Like, I swear, they say this boy doesn't have magic, but he keeps pulling cream puffs out of his robes, and I don't know how he's doing it. It's anime. That's all I know. It's the only way it makes sense. Just, cream puff, cream puff, cream puff. Okay, guys, well, all that being said, stay devoted, peace and love.